Alright, so what do we have going on? Heading up not Onion Valley Road, Horseshoe Meadow Road. I've actually cycled this before. It's one of the hardest cycling routes in the Eastern Sierras or even the United States. But the goal today is not cycling, but we're going mountain climbing. Did a reconnaissance on Tuesday with one of my other buddies, went up to 10,500, see what the snow conditions are like high on the mountain, with the goal of going to Cirque Peak. So I'm going to be climbing up Cirque Peak today. I'm going to try to, it's a one-day effort is what I'm planning on doing. It's 7 o'clock now. I'll be at the trailhead maybe 10 or 15 minutes and I can get on the road. But the idea is to go up and down in a day and then sleep in my truck before heading home on Saturday. Today's Friday morning. Anyway, I'll check back in a little bit. I pay attention driving up this road because it's pretty curvy, massively steep, lots of switchbacks. Again, making it a awesome cycling road and a dangerous driving road. All right, talk to you guys later. There you go. Oh, gotta turn off the radio so I don't violate any YouTube rules. This is one of the first. That's the first switchback going up Horseshoe Valley Road. Again, this road is not for the faint of heart. No guardrails. Oh, the road's in good condition. It's massively high with zero guardrails. So be careful. Driving up, it's not too bad. Coming down is when people find themselves getting a little too fast. So up we go. Already at 6,200 feet. Later. Okay, I'm moving up the trail. Started at basically got on the road by 8, the Cottonwood Trail. First couple miles through sandy meadow and some trees, as you can see here. So trail's pretty well marked. And it goes up for a couple miles before you even have to worry about any trails splitting off. I know the Trail Peak pass on the south side of Trail Peak splits off rather than going over Cottonwood Pass. So my intended route is Cottonwood Pass, then to Chicken Spring Lake, and if the conditions look good, I'll just go straight up Chicken Spring Lake, little pass straight above it to get on the ridge line and start cruising toward Cirque Peak down the ridge line, basically from the southeast. All right, I'll check back in. All right, just went over 10,000 feet. Trailhead was around 95, maybe a little below 94. It's flat for a couple miles, and then a mile and a half, and it starts going up switchbacks. So about 500 feet of switchbacks at this point. Just driving my way up towards Cottonwood Pass en route to Cirque Peak. So let me get down here so you see what it looks like. You know, I've been following up this water course. Good trail. Since we got up the switchbacks, it's gotten a little bit more rocky, but not even particularly steep as far as Sierras are concerned. So anyway, I'll see you guys at the next check-in. All right, welcome to Cottonwood Pass. Tiny bit of snow right there. I was able to do it pretty safely without my using my ice axe or crampons. I do have them. It's literally 20 feet. There was a tiny bit of exposure, but the trail was burned in and leaning in, so I think it was safe. Anyway, 10,550 at the pass here. I'm gonna make my way down to Chicken Spring Lake. So I'll give you where we're at. Spinning around here, that's the trail looking to the west, southwest. There will be a trail over there that intersects that goes around that mountain over there. That's Trail Peak. Down below down there is at the end of that valley of the greens where I started at Horseshoe Meadows. And again, that's the way down. Like again, there's only like 100 feet of snow. So this might actually be the first weekend you can actually pass it without putting on any crampons. Cottonwood Pass is now clear. Okay, I'm at Chicken Spring Lake. It's behind me. So as the camera's oriented, you're kind of looking west, northwest, kind of. It's got a little bit of snow on it still. I'm going up, oh, not that pass. The pass right there, just to, see if I can get that, next to the snow. So you basically go straight up and make the ridge line. So, and then off in that direction is Cirque Peak behind me. You can't see the ridge line, but the ridge line's up there once you make the pass there. So anyway, just cruising along, beautiful day. Ran into two guys over here in between Cottonwood Pass and Chicken Spring Lake. Anyway, there's where we're going. Up there, I'll try to probably go to the right of the snow. I might be able to go right between the two snow patches, so it looks like. And Chicken Springs Lake, it's got a little bit of, well, it's got about a third of it's covered with ice. No, less than that, even eighth, because it stretches off in that direction. It's all done. And there was a guy over that way who was getting some water, taking a rest. Not camping though. All right, onward and upward. And elevation is 10,680 right now. It's just a little sandy, but started quite a way down there. Well, started well beyond there, but that's the lake. You see some ice on it. Of course, the rest of the mountains moving off to the south. So, a little bit of snow out that direction. But most of the snow's melted up here. So, all right, hello world. I'm about 80, almost 90% up the slope above Chicken Spring Lake, as you can see below me. I'll reverse this around so you can see what's behind me. Just maybe 100 feet of rock to the top. So, what that's worth, things are going well. When I get to the ridge line, I'll have a bare rock to walk on, so we'll see what it looks like when I get up there. All right, to the next check-in. Oh, I'm at 11,300 according to my GPS. The map says it's higher, so it might not line up. I'd say the map's probably more correct, so 11,900, something like that. All right, see you. Okay, I'm at the top of what we'll call Chicken Spring Pass. That's behind me there. I do a little rock scrambling the last 50 feet or so. So let me turn around here. There's a small peak which would be on the left-hand side, north side of that bowl you crawl up from Chicken Springs. It's not our destination. My destination, though, let's see here, is that far peak with a little spot of snow on the very top, right in the center of the screen there. Looking around, I think I actually might be able to skirt the snow on the right as I'm looking at it off over there. So I might even be able to avoid even putting on my crampons. So, and also in the far background, let's see, where is it? I'm going to point to it. That's Mount Langley. That's a couple miles away. All right, I actually had to don my crampons because I got a snow slope to deal with here. I could probably walk, I mean, I could walk across it safely, but the problem is it's got these little sun cups and I'll be slipping all over the place. So this will definitely be faster. So I got this snow slope and there's another one there. It looks like I might be able to avoid that one on the right though. So gotta go ahead and get back to it. And yeah, I haven't gone maybe 5 minutes since Spring Pass. All right, so crampons on, off we go. All right, well, working across the plateau here, trying to pick my way through some snow, but I'm gonna probably have to put my crampons on again. Go to this little ridge line. This thing right here, not particularly hard other than the little nasty sun cups everywhere from the snow getting melted out in holes. So it's a little bit of a pain, but it also gives you a secure place to put your feet. All right, off I go. All right, I made it across that snow section and I'm on a nice easy, it's like bouldery, but there's like sand between, so it's nice cruising. I'll be able to get around the sand there so I can walk around it on my, what would be my left, heading towards the hill. Otherwise, things are going good. I just want to check in, had this nice view, and that's the direction I just came from. Basically went around the side of this hill. There's another peak above me with the snow, but there's no reason to go up there. That is not our goal. Our goal is there. All right, so heading to Cirque Peak. All right, this is my 12,000 foot check-in. I'm making my way up the last summit pyramid. Now, I believe the summit's 12.6, though it might not be that high. My GPS could be off. But in any case, I came up, here I'll flip the camera around, came up that ridge line there from that diagonal snow patch and that hill, the permanent hill behind it, came from the left side of that. So, well, actually, straight across the snow patch. I take that back. The far one. So here I am at 12,000. Just feeling pretty good. Just gonna continue up the slope. It's not hard. As you see, there's like boulders with sand interspersed between, so it's pretty much class 1. Sometimes you have to use your hands, sometimes class 2, but most of class 1. All right, talk to you next time at the summit, I believe. Okay, it's summit time of Cirque Creek. Cirque Peak. Must be a little giddy for not getting enough oxygen. I'm sitting here right now. First there's the benchmark and a log over there to sign in. Take a picture of the benchmark overlooking New Army Pass. I'm gonna have to look and see exactly where it goes on the map, but I don't see any people down there. Oh, I do see the trail. So it zigzags up straight in front of me over here somewhere. Yeah, you probably can't make out the trail on the video from this distance, but in any case, I see part of the trail going up diagonally right in front. 1, 2 switchbacks. The snow's completely obliterating it. So the only way to get down would probably be there's rocks over there. Looks like that's doable to come down. There's a little bit of snow at the top, but once you get on the rocks, this is dry all the way down. I could probably slip and slide my way down that way without any danger, but I think I'm gonna go back the way I came. If you were doing the Cirque Peak Traverse, normally you would start at one end or the other. Either most people, well, in the guidebook says go up the New Army Pass route because your ascending's on trail. The ascending wasn't that bad above Chicken Spring Lake, so that was really the only hardish sandy part. You know, and there was no trail there, of course, after you left the Pacific Coast Trail. or John Muir Trail, depending on your point of view. They're the same thing. So a high lake down there. Again, I'd have to look on a map to name it. I'm sure it's the highest. Cottonwood Lake. It's got a bit of ice on it, not unlike the other one, the Chicken Spring Lake. So other than that, got a little panorama going. Off to the north and west. So this is kind of north facing and west. You can see some really big peaks of the High Sierra. There's a whole sector of the Sierra that spins off from the sector I'm off to the west side before it finally peters off to the south. But you can see all the snow and the big peaks there. I've actually never climbed in that part of the Sierras. So interestingly, all the big peaks are here. There's Mount Langley straight in front of me. The high peak there. Anyway, that's the summit report. I'm gonna retrace my steps on the way down because it's a known route. Unless I see somebody doing something that makes me motivated to walk the trail, but it's definitely snowed in still, and this is mid-July, so definitely the heaviest snow of recent history, probably the last decade or so. It still has New Army Pass completely snowed in still. You have to go around rocks or off trail or something. All right, talk to you later. Well, hello there, fellow climbers, hikers, depending on what your point of view is on this trip. I'm about 2/3 of the way from the summit. I'm cruising through the bowl. I'll point behind me is the direction where the bowl is, that low point there, down to go down to Chicken Spring Lake. Behind me now is the false peak. I keep on hearing people always going up that thing for some reason instead of traversing around the side. You get around the side and around the snow mainly. I did have to walk on the snow a little bit, but it's soft now and there's sun cups, so it's easy. Didn't even have to put on my crampons that time. Conditions getting a little softer, so I have a feeling I'm not going to have to put my crampons on the last little section right behind me there, so it's not exposed anyway. So anyway, just checking in. It's beautiful. I haven't seen a soul since the Pacific Crest Trail, John Muir Trail that I left well, several hours ago now. Anyway, moving on to the next stop. Have a nice one. All right, hello world. I am down from the major difficulties, unless I meet a bear or something like that. Back down to where there's water and shade. Just left out of Chicken Spring Lake Basin. The descent down went really nice. I ended up going farther to the right as you're looking uphill on the way down, because that's where it's more sandy. And on the way up, I stayed more to the left because there's more rocks, making it a little bit easier to ascend. But then on the way down, I could ski the gravel and sand, make good progress coming down. So trail note to self, take advantage of that. Otherwise, if you walk uphill during the ascent up that basin and go way to the right, you'll be in deeper sand and gravel, and it'll be more miserable for you. You'll expend a lot more energy. Otherwise, I'm cruising down the John Muir Trail, a Pacific Coast Trail. They merge together through here, I believe. And I'm just heading for Cottonwood Pass. It's it's less than a half mile up the road. So I'll report in whenever I see something interesting. Have a nice one. All right, greetings. I'm probably 100 yards from Cottonwood Pass. I can actually see it. Stopped to get some water, and I just wanted to, note that right now the water is plentiful. There's a lot of snow still melting everywhere. There's an example right here in front of me down in this meadow, just opposite where I'm at. Obviously there's snow higher. I'll climb the Sierras during the fall time, and the water is not nearly as plentiful. But of course there's lakes and things like that, but just random water rivulets and streams running down, they dry up late in the season. And of course this year is a super heavy snow year, so plentiful water supply. And of course I put iodine drops, 4 drops. This common iodine you'd use like for an injury or for surgery prep. You can buy it in bulk, and also in little tiny bottles that are easy to measure out the drops. The 4 drops per liter. I've been doing this for years and years and years, never gotten sick, even getting water out of the lakes. Though I try to get water out, running water like this if possible, because it's obviously a little bit cleaner. Especially if it doesn't come out of a lake with a bunch of trout and ducks swimming around and sitting in it. So anyway, on the trail again.